Welcome to this relaxed, gentle morning yoga flow to help you start your day and to feel like energized and calm and just ready for whatever the day brings. So let's start by closing our eyes, tune into your breath, and begin to circle around your hips. Nice, gentle, slow, easy circles. Feeling your pelvis rocking on the ground, connecting to the earth, connecting to the movement of your breath. Let's reverse the circles. And just getting into the flow of the morning, the flow of your day. Let's come back to center, interlace your fingers with the palms facing down. We'll do some wrist waves. So starting with your right elbow lifted up and then just wave across your body so that your wrists are getting a nice stretch, some good mobility. And now let's start from the left elbow, pushing across to the right side. And you can keep your eyes open or close them, just feeling the movement, feeling the flow. Now just come back to center and press your palms forward as you curl your belly back, lowering your chin towards your chest. And keep pushing outward as you lift up. Pull the low ribs in and really reach up through your fingers. Release your hands, bring your right hand down. And you could bend your elbow if you want or keep your arms straight. Try and root down through your left hip, open up across your chest, and reach through your fingers. And you could come in and out of the stretch a little bit if you like by bending and straightening your elbow. And come back up to center and switch to the other side. Again, maybe try twisting toward the sky. Really rooting down through that right hip. I'm not trying to force anything, it's early, and so just like kind of let gravity make things happen. Come on back up to center, bring your right hand back, stretch your left leg back, and reach your hips forward and up. Come on back down and switch sides, so reach the right leg behind you, lift your hips forward and up. Nice. Come on back down, and let's come onto our hands and knees in tabletop. And begin to move your spine around in any way that feels really good to you. You can think of drawing figure eights with your hips. And let's reverse the direction of the flow. Nice, come back to center. Spin your fingers out to the side or rotate your fingers all the way to face your knees. Begin to rock toward your fingertips and then back. So if your fingers are pointing out to the side, you would rock from side to side. And if they're pointing toward your knees, you would rock front to back. Then sit all the way back onto your heels. Peel your fingers away from the floor. Hug your knees in towards each other. And see if you can lift your knees up to stretch the top of your feet. And then start to reach your knees forward, getting into a bit of a quad stretch, the front of the thighs. You can pull the elbows back and reach back, lowering your back toward the floor. Nice, come on back up. Come back into tabletop and twist your right arm, your rib cage to the right, and thread your right arm underneath your left arm. And your arm and leg can stay where they are, or you could reach your left arm forward and your left leg back. Your toes could be flexed, or they could be pointed. Now you can either slide your left foot towards your right hand, or you could pick your leg up and swing it around. You might be able to grab your foot or just reach toward your foot. And again, experiment just moving your hips in different directions. And bring your left hand back by your shoulder. Release your left foot if you're holding it and twist to the right. Bring your right hand down and begin to rock forward and back, or you could rock in circles. And step your left foot forward with your left hand to the inside of your left foot. And open your knee out to the side. And just go back and forth. And if you want, you could come down onto your forearms or a yoga block. Come back onto your hands if you lowered to your forearms and pick your left leg up, swing it all the way over to the right and gaze over your right shoulder at your left foot. Push down into your left big toe mount and push out through your heel. And swing your leg all the way forward again. And try and get your knee past your toes. Just lean into your knee. Try and keep the left heel down as you press the left knee forward. Push into your back right foot and just notice the stretch that you're getting on the front of your hip flexors. Maybe rock a little bit from side to side. And shift your weight back into runner's lunge. You can also here push out through your big toe mound, flex your feet, do little cat-cow movements. And step back into your tabletop. And again, make some movements here, just nice, spontaneous, easy movements. Come back to center and twist to the left, reaching through your rib cage. And then thread your arm all the way underneath, reaching over to the right. You don't want a lot of pressure on your head, just you want to be able to rest there. Then you can reach your right arm forward if you like, and your right leg back. Just stay here, focusing on your breath. Noticing any sensations that arise. You can either you can bring your right hand back a little closer to your shoulder, and you can either slide the right leg out to the side or pick it up and bring it out. Reach towards your foot with your hand. And again, just move around here, little movements. And release your right foot if you hold it. Press into your right hand and twist back to the left. Lower your left hand down, step your right foot forward, and just let your knee open out to the side, back and forth. And pick your right foot up, swing it all the way over to the left, pushing down through your right big toe mound and reach out through your heel. Again, create a little movement here. Let's step your right foot forward, this time to the inside of your right hand, and press your knee forward past your toes. Keep the back leg active. And just notice the sensations you feel around your ankle. Try and keep the front arch lifting. And shift your weight back, straightening your front leg, working on the hamstrings, opening them up. And step back into your tabletop. Begin to do some spinal waves. So starting at the tailbone, lift up and reach your lower ribs down and start to arch your heart forward, lifting your chin up. And curl the tailbone under to round your spine. And finally the chin tucks towards the chest. And just repeat, finding the flow in your spine. Walk your knees back and send your hips towards your heels. Reach forward through your fingertips. And we're going to come forward into Cobra. So on your next inhale, round your spine, lifting up. Grip with your hands and slowly begin to lower your thighs down, opening up into Cobra. And exhale, round your spine to come back up and shift back into child's pose. Do a couple more of these waves from child's pose to Cobra. Keep your legs active. Even think of activating your glutes here and feeling the movement in your spine. Next time your hips are back, walk your hands forward a little bit more. Lower your elbows down so you're on your forearms. And walk your feet back, coming into forearm plank. So try not to lift your hips up too high or let them sag too low. Hug your legs in towards each other. Hug your arms in. And find a nice balance with your breath. You could kind of rock back and forth on your toes if you like. And we'll stay here a few more breaths. Just trying to relax your neck and shoulders. And lower your knees down. Walk your hands back and make your way back into your child's pose. Take a few long, slow breaths here. And lift your hips, tuck your toes, press up and back into downward facing dog. Inhale, round forward to plank. Exhale, bend your knees, press back to down dog. And just keep that motion going. And stretch way back into your down dog. Try and get weight out of your hands and in towards your feet. And coming up onto your tiptoes, stay on your tiptoes as you walk forward to your hands. Bring your feet about hip distance apart. Lift up nice and high through your heels. And then slowly lower your heels down. And find the tripod of your foot, the mount of the big toe, the mount of the pinky toe in the center of the heel. Press into the earth. Inhale, rise all the way up. Interlace your fingers again. Press your palms toward the sky. And reach out through your palms as you lower down. And just gently roll out the shoulders. Both directions. And then soften your knees and just begin to bounce a little bit. Letting your hands shake, your shoulders shake. And find your Tadasana at the front of your mat. Root down through your feet, rise up through the crown of your head. And then just do little pelvic tilts so you can find the right tilt of your pelvis for you. So you're not spilling energy forward or dumping energy back. On your next inhale, sweep your arms up. And on your exhale, forward fold. step back to plank. Keep hugging the midline and push the floor away as you lower down. And point your toes, rise up cobra. And find some cobra waves here. So as you exhale, press your chest forward, lowering down, and inhale, round up. Opening up through the whole front body. Press your toes into the ground so your legs are activated. And when you come up into the cobra, especially you want to protect your back by engaging your glutes, tailbone, reaching towards your heels. And tuck your toes, press up and back to downward facing dog. Just move around here. Inhale, reach the right leg up, come up high on your left tiptoes. Spin your right inner thigh back. Then hug your knee into your chest and step your foot forward into warrior one. Back heel down, rise up. Interlace your fingers again and press your palms upward, lifting up through your chest. And lift the back heel up, spin it open, coming into warrior two. Press into your legs, squeeze your inner thighs towards each other. Don't let this front knee cave in, but keep it strongly rooted. And reach back, reverse your warrior. Straighten your front leg here and reach all the way forward into triangle. Open up. Tuck your right hip underneath you and press into your feet so you can open up even more through your heart. And reach your top arm forward over your ear. Bend your front knee forward, coming into side angle. Engage your legs. Inhale, back up. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. And cartwheel your arms. Step back, down dog. Every time you come in down dog is an opportunity to move around, explore your whole body. And inhale, reach the left leg up. Inner spiral your top thigh, and then hug your knee into your chest. Keep your heel as high as you can. Step your foot forward. Warrior one, rise up. Again, interlace your fingers with the opposite pinky to the outside, so it's going to feel a little weird. Press into your back heel, lift up through the back inner arch, and open your chest up toward the sky. And lift the back heel up, spin open, warrior two. Find a sense of grounding into the earth, connecting to the earth, and then open up toward the sky, reverse your warrior. Straighten the front leg here as you come forward into triangle pose. Take it nice and slow. Feel that sense of connection to the earth, engaging your whole body, connecting with your breath. And reach your top arm forward. Bend your front knee forward, coming into side angle. Press into your feet. Rise up, warrior two. Reach back, reverse your warrior. And cartwheel your arms. Step back. Down dog. Inhale, reach the right leg up. We're going to step forward into pigeon. So curl your knee into your chest, shift your weight forward, push your knee forward as you lower down. Adjust your back leg. Push into the floor with both feet and arc your heart forward. And start to slowly lower your chest toward the floor. And again, you always want to be mindful in your movements, noticing what's happening and how you feel. And walk your hands back, lift your back knee up, step back into down dog. Inhale, reach the left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. And step all the way forward into pigeon prep. Your back toes can be flexed or pointed. Keep the legs actively hugging in, open up. And lower down as far as is comfortable for you. It's okay if it's a little bit uncomfortable, because yoga is a metaphor for life, and life isn't always comfortable. But we also don't need to punish ourselves by trying to force our way into something in a way that's just not right. Lift up, walk your hands back, tuck your back toes, step back into your down dog. Walk your feet forward and come on into a squat. Bringing your elbows to the inner knees and your palms together. Draw your palms in towards your chest, which will bring the elbows open, and squeeze your knees into your elbows. And think of lengthening through your spine, the best that you can. Keep pressing into your hands, pressing the knees in towards your elbows, and then lean forward just enough to lift your heels up. Hold here. And slowly lower down. A couple more times. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Back and forth. Good, then lower your hips to the floor. Hug your knees in towards each other. Lean back enough to lift your legs up. And reach forward with your hands. You can always hold the back of your legs. You can reach forward, you can reach up. And slowly lower onto your back. Open your arms out to the side. Bend your knees. Shift your hips to the left. And twist your knees to the right. And turn your head to the left. Just relax here in your twist. If you want to go a little bit deeper into the twist, you could straighten your left leg, grabbing your left foot with your right hand, or not, and straighten your right leg behind you. Maybe wiggle your right foot over to the left a little bit. And you could stay here, or you could bend your right knee, grabbing your right foot with your left hand. We'll just stay in this twist for a few more breaths. You could gently press your left leg or your left foot into your right hand if your hand is on your leg or your foot. And just think of lengthening from the crown of your head through your tailbone. And release your right leg if you're holding it. Make your way onto your back. Shift your hips over to the right. Bend your knees and twist your knees to the left as you turn your head to the right. And you can stay here, or you could straighten the right leg. Maybe grab your foot or your ankle or your calf. You could stay here, or you could straighten the left leg. And roll your hips a little bit towards the left. Reach out through your left foot. And you could stay here, or you could bend your left knee, grabbing your left foot with your right hand. And release your left foot if you're holding it. Slowly come back onto your back. Center your hips and shoulders on the mat. Then float your arms and legs up for dead bug pose. Just let everything relax here. Feel your low back flattening into the floor and the back of your shoulder blades on the mat. If you want, you could circle your wrists and your ankles. Any kind of movement you want to bring into your hands and your feet, your fingers and your toes. And give yourself a nice hug. And stretch out for just a very short savasana. So a lot of times we want to skip savasana. I know I'm very guilty of that, but it's actually very important to give yourself some time to rest and restore and relax. So you're welcome to stay here longer if you like. However long you decide to stay in savasana, just think of surrendering and letting go. You can stay here longer in savasana, or you could gently begin to turn your head from side to side. Nice slow movement. And whenever you're ready, gently make your way back to a comfortable seat. Just take a moment to connect with your breath, to connect to the earth, to connect to the sky. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice today. I appreciate your time and commitment, and I would love to know how you feel. If you leave me a comment below, share this with your friends, hit the like button, and see you again soon. Bye.